Welcome to the channel. This is Dream Another Day Tarot, and this is going to be a reading for whoever needs to hear it. Please keep in mind these are general readings, so they may or may not resonate with you. Just take what does and leave the rest for somebody else. Also, please keep in mind that gender is fluid in tarot, so I'm going to use gender neutral language as much as possible in my readings in order to keep them more inclusive, and that way you can just place yourself where you fit, okay? So please do check out the description box for all my other disclaimers. That's also how you'll reach me for a personal reading if you'd like to drop me a donation or check me out on my other socials, okay? So let's go ahead and get into this reading. This is going to be for the collective, okay? So this is for any astrology sign. There's no exclusions, okay? So let's go ahead and get into this. Thank you so much, Spirit, for your divine messages and guidance. We are deeply grateful, and we know we couldn't do this without you. Would you please help guide the collective spirit for their highest good, and please bless us and protect us as we move forward into this reading. Okay. How y'all doing out there? I'm going to start doing lives more often, y'all. So if you're interested in live streams, I do answer questions live for the audience, the people who come into my chat. So please do go ahead and check that out by hitting the notification bell. If you're not subscribed already, please do subscribe, hit the bell, and then that way you will be notified every time I go live, okay? So let's go ahead and get into this. We've got the Empress coming out in reverse, okay? So to me, this is about stunting, okay? Like this is almost like stunting your growth, halting your progress. Like I'm really getting here like there's some kind of like, this could be root chakra based type of energy. And please, by the way, educate yourself more deeply about the chakra system, because it's a lot deeper than what we have kind of taken from Eastern philosophy and then kind of watered down for more like Western culture. So I would definitely go and look deeper into that. But basically what I'm talking about is like your, could be like, honestly, like your reproductive system, your sexual organs, like your kind of, your sex drive, okay? So that's kind of like the energy that I'm getting here, is that there's a little bit of stunting going on, okay? And blocking your progress or blocking your abundance or your flow, okay? And we're gonna look deeper into why, okay? Like we'll look deeper into getting some more details about what's going on here. But there's a little bit of this halting, blocking, prevention type of energy going on, okay, from this card. So let's see what's going on. We've got the Ten of Swords at the bottom of the deck. So I mean, maybe a painful ending is what caused this. A painful ending has put you in this place of kind of like, no. Like I'm getting this energy of like a hand up, like stand back, don't come any closer. None of this, you ain't getting none of this. That's the energy, okay? You're like, nope, none, okay? So let's see why. I mean, painful ending, okay? Makes sense. You know, when we're wounded, we don't really want to, you know, it's like, it's not really fun to, you don't really want to play when you're wounded. Ooh, Knight of Wands in reverse, biatch, okay? So this is becoming a little bit more clear here. You are definitely trying to prevent any type of like fuckery, okay? And like playboy energy, like, you know, fuck boy, fuck human energy. You're not really trying to play, okay? You just don't want to play the game. You don't want to play some nonsense BS game, right? That's the energy. The energy is no, the energy is stop, get away from me. That's what I'm getting. So if you resonate with that, this reading's probably for you. But I'm getting here like, you know, endings bring new beginnings. You see how in the background there's like the sun is rising and there's steam, you know, from the sun heating the misty fields, and, you know, it's the morning after a battle, and, you know, there's been a painful defeat, you know, but the sun is rising still, okay? So keep in mind, by the way, y'all, that, you know, look at this, King of Swords in reverse, you know, I feel like it's like when the King of Swords and the Queen of Swords, you know, regardless of gender, by the way, are totally all about boundaries. It's all about boundaries, speaking your truth, standing up for yourself, all that sort of thing. It coming out in reverse is kind of telling me that like, maybe you've taken it a tad too far, okay? Now don't shoot the messenger here, but maybe you've taken it a little bit too far, where now you're being so defensive of yourself that you're actually creating a little bit of blockage, okay? Now don't beat yourself up for it. Don't freak out. It's not the end of the world. It's just it's a little nudge from the universe to be like, hey baby, you know, I know some bad things happen. I know this was fucked. This was not cool, okay? This really fucked with your energy. And now you've been in a place of protection. You don't want any of this garbage. So you've been preventing it from coming in. But here's the thing is that, you know, when you put up those boundaries, you got to be sure that you're only really putting up a better filtration system, okay? So now the information, the energy, the people, the places, the things, the opportunities that are coming towards you, you're just filtering that flow a little bit better, right? So now it's not just like, you don't just let in anything and everything and everybody. You're like, no, here's my standards. And if you fit those standards, you're gonna fit through the filter, okay? But if you're, you know what I mean, toxic, or you have, you know what I mean, like you just don't fit what I'm looking for, right? Then you're not going to fit through the filter. You know what I mean? You're not going to qualify, right? So we all need that filter. It's not about being arrogant. It's not about being self-obsessed or, you know, having an overinflated sense of self-importance, you know, and other people aren't good enough for you. No, it's about having standards. It's about having boundaries. These are good things, okay? But you just want to make sure you don't put up a dam, okay? Where then you're holding back everything and you're going, no friends, no family, no dating, nothing, right? We can do that to ourselves. Self-isolation is real easy to do, especially when you've been through something like this, okay? So just keep that in mind, you know, that's just a little bit of a reminder from the universe, you know, to remember to work on letting things go, looking deep within, what's going on the inside, you know, how am I doing? How am I feeling? 5 of Cups, you know, you could be just still reminiscing, still ruminating, still healing, right? So then your boundaries are a little bit higher than they need to be. It may be a little excessive, okay? You know, no judgment here at all. You know, if anything, I relate to it. So let's go ahead and keep going. Let's go deeper. What's going on? Oh. Death card. Okay, so some of y'all may be a Scorpio, have Scorpio placements, dealing with a Scorpio, etc. This is definitely about that rebirth energy, right? So endings bring new beginnings. You see how there's a plant growing from this skull? It's the same as the sunrise in the background here. The world keeps turning with or without you, okay? And the changes are going to continue to come and continue to happen whether you like it or not. And I'm not trying to be forceful here. It's just the words that are coming to me. The energy is that, like, you know, death is inevitable. Okay. So therefore it's almost like life is so precious and so valuable. And without death, there would be no life. Even when you look at plants, animals, you know, nature, humans, even, I mean, we consume what we consume dies, right? But it becomes our life. Okay, that's the only way that life happens is through death, right? So the more you embrace that, the less I think afraid you're going to be of death in general, like literally your own mortality. But I think you're also going to accept the things that have gone and have passed, okay? Even the bad things that have happened, I think you're going to see them and realize, wow, you know what? That was the death of my innocence is the rebirth of my wisdom, right? Okay, that's the first time I've ever thought those words before, and that's actually kind of profound to me. So that's why I love tarot, y'all. This is why I love channeling, because the death of your innocence could be the rebirth of your wisdom, right? The birth of your wisdom, I should say, not even the rebirth. So it's like anything that you've lost, you've also gained something from it, whether you know it or not, okay? And whether you have figured out what it is that you've gained or not. There's a lesson in there somewhere. It's woven into the fabric of our experience, of our story. Okay, so the 8 of Swords, again, the boundaries, the being stuck, the being blocked, right, energy. I think that this is becoming really kind of, it's clarifying, the message is clarifying itself here, because this is all about mentality, right? The Suit of Swords is all about your mentality, your thoughts, your thinking, you know, your perspective, right? So if you are of this perspective that, like, you know what, every time I try to connect with people, it goes bad, right? Even if that's what you've experienced, you know what I mean? Maybe that's not, maybe you're being selective about your memories here, but maybe the thought is, every time that I've tried you know, to form relationships, they go badly. Every time I try, you know, to start a new job, you know, it doesn't work out. Every time, right? Okay, it's things like that type of attitude, that type of energy. Now, look, I'm not saying that these painful endings didn't happen. Okay, they clearly did. All right, these endings, these changes, right? And you're just trying to prevent having those same experiences. Hey, that's natural. That's human nature. That's how we learn. That's how we grow. That's how we change our reality and the experiences we're having, is we just try not to make the same decisions we made before. But here's the thing, babes. This is what I think Spirit's trying to say. It's not that trying to connect with other people was the problem. It was the people that you were trying to connect with. Now, like I said, it's not like some people are trash and other people are gold, right? It's like, I think we all have a little bit of each in varying degrees, right? We're all a little good, we're all a little bad, right? And whatever good and bad means to you. Okay, nobody's perfect. But there is such a thing as incompatibility. And people could be perfectly wonderful human beings, but just entirely incompatible, okay? So it's not that if you were incompatible with someone and it ended badly, it doesn't mean they're a bad person even, you know? But we won't get too deep into that. It's a whole nother can of worms. But basically what I'm saying is that the perspective that it was the connecting with other people in general thing that was the problem, that's not correct. And I think Spirit really wants you to unpack that connecting with other people is not the problem, okay? It was just the people that you were connecting with, and vice versa. You know what I mean? Maybe you weren't showing up and being your best self, and that impacted the relationship, you know, et cetera, et cetera. So it's taking personal responsibility, clearing the slate, okay, your relationship slate. I'm getting this is about relationships, whether romantic, friendship, work, whatever. This is that stay away from me energy, right? So it's like, regardless of what's happened in the past, this is about clearing the slate, because it's keeping you stuck. All these swords, you know, all these negative thoughts, all of this pain and suffering and sorrow, right? Look, the sun is rising in the background. Okay, so all this pain that you're in, and all this pain you've been carrying and experiencing and going through, and all the things you're trying to protect yourself from, it's like that's clearing away, whether you like it or not, I'm getting. Because the sun will rise regardless. The sun is going to rise, the changes are going to happen, and that means that positive changes are happening whether you like it or not too. So good news, right? I mean, I just feel like you have way more power over how you view your story and your life and your current circumstances than you even realize. And then look right underneath that, you've got the King of Pentacles. And what's that? The Nine of Swords, right? So it's like you don't realize how valuable you are and how valuable other people are around you. And you have so much stress and anxiety about possibly connecting with a particular person, or maybe a particular type of person. Maybe there's, you know, you're waiting for that person, okay? Regardless of gender, this King of Pentacles is looking pretty good, right? Like, as far as like their energy, they're abundant, they're stable, they're, you know, they're healthy, they're happy, they're in their power, they have lots to offer, you know what I mean? And then there's all this stress. Okay, so this could be you are all these things, you're all this huge package and everything in a bag of chips, right? But you're stressed secretly under the surface. You're worried, you know, the swords are getting to you, right? All the painful endings, the past, et cetera, et cetera. So you may look really good on the outside, but on the inside, this is what's going on. You know what I mean? And vice versa. You may be looking at this person and thinking, wow, you know what I mean? This person is great. Maybe they're secretly stressed for the same reasons, or maybe it stresses you out to think about connecting with them, okay? So let's keep going. We're going to go deeper. I really, again, y'all, I really appreciate you all. And the long form videos, I don't do as often because they don't tend to perform nearly as well as my short form videos. So I really do post on TikTok a lot more. So if you're interested, please do follow me there, and check out my shorts here on YouTube for a sneak peek if you just want to check that out first. And you're not really on TikTok. I do post on YouTube shorts as well, all my TikTok videos. So feel free to check those out. But yeah, I mean, you know, I know the long form videos, like, not to segue off the reading, but I know that they can perform well because I follow other tarot readers who perform well with their long form videos here on YouTube. So I'm going to keep posting them. It's just that, you know, I have to put my energy where that it is reciprocated to me, right? So it's not that, you know, it's not that I'm not willing to put in the effort and energy regardless of what comes back to me, because obviously I am. But at the same time, guys, you know, it's kind of tough for me to put so much time and energy into these videos if, you know, it's just, you know, not very many people are getting, you know, a hold of them, and it's not really benefiting very many people either. So, so if you do enjoy these readings and you do come across them, just like the video, drop me a comment, etc. It helps me kind of gauge where my energy is best spent and where people are really being able to access these messages, because otherwise it's, you know, it's like I got to prioritize my energy, y'all. I got a lot going on, but I love you guys and I love YouTube, and it's been an amazing experience so far the last like 3 years. So I want to keep going, you know, but I would love to increase my subscription count over here as well. So if you guys are, you know, digging my vibe, like feel free to subscribe. So all right, let's keep going. We've got a couple more cards coming out. We've got the High Priestess in reverse, and we have the 10 of Wands in reverse. So let's check the bottom of the deck. 3 of Cups in reverse, totally about relationships, right? This is about how you celebrate life, how you connect with others, right? So, just a sec, guys. Okay. So, your intuition, okay? Let's just put this card down for a second. Your insight, okay? I feel like these boundaries you're putting up are not only impacting the good things that can come into your life right now, but it's even impacting your intuition, okay? And your deeper sense of knowing, all right? Your connection to divine, your connection to the divine messages that come to you, right? I feel like there's a little bit of a struggle here because you don't see, look, even the 10 of Wands is, this person is blindfolded. They don't see the sun in the background, right? They don't see their way forward. So it's when you're carrying these wands that you're somewhat blinded, right? But it's coming out in reverse. So what I think you don't see coming is that you're about to drop all these burdens, all this negative thinking, all these past experiences, all these painful endings, etc., etc. I feel like you're about to drop all those things, but you don't even see it coming, okay? So let's get some advice cards, okay? I'm actually going to clear the table. Let's get some advice cards for this situation, because it's kind of becoming obvious here that the main concern that's coming up in this reading right now is your boundaries being so strong that you might actually be blocking your blessings a little bit. Again, don't freak out. You know what I'm saying? Don't stress more because of that. It's just a little nudge from the universe to be like, look, I understand what you've been going through. I know it hasn't been easy. I know it sucks. And I know that you really have been through some things that have impacted you in a deep level where you just don't want anything like that ever again. And you are just not having it, right? Totally normal reaction. But Spirit's saying, try to get back into that place of balance, because what it is that you really want is right around the corner. And, you know, I want you to be able to approach it with open arms and be really excited and grateful and present with it. Now, don't freak yourself out and be scared that you're going to ruin it or anything, because, you know, it's like you manifested it. Okay. All right. You manifested it. This connection with others, deep connection, spiritual connection, heartfelt connection. You are manifesting this. Okay. So Spirit's saying, don't give up on love. Don't give up on friendships. Don't give up on, you know, business relationships working out, you know, like your career expanding and getting better. Like, don't give up on this stuff, you know? You may be upset now because you're still in the dark. You're still growing. You're still waiting for the sun to rise, right? But it's like, it's happening. Whether you like it or not, things are going to get better. Okay. And I feel like that's what Spirit's saying. Things are going to get better. And you know, letting go of the past is going to help okay? And opening up your heart and your, you know, your life to other people is it's gonna improve your life, and you're gonna be really like, you know, I think some of you guys are going to kick yourselves that you've been self-isolating for so long, because you're like, wow, it feels good to have friends, right? Like, wow, it feels good to date again. Wow, it feels good to have someone in my life who cares, you know? Look at that. 3 of Pentacles, collaboration, working with other people. You maybe have had some resistance to this lately or because of past experiences, but this is changing for you. I feel like this is really going to make a big difference in your life. There's something amazing coming. Look at that. 5 of Wands. You know why? Because you associate it with conflict. Okay? Because maybe in the past when you've tried to collaborate and work with other people, there's been some conflict that's come up. Okay? This is also normal. All right? We don't always agree with one another. Conflict is a normal part of life. Okay? And it can be really healthy, and we can all learn from conflict. But here's the thing, is that if you've had conflict that has resulted in painful endings and things not working out for you on a personal level, like your personal projects or things that you're really passionate about, things you care about, things you put your 110% in, and things have ended painfully, it makes it a lot harder for you. It's like once bitten, twice shy. You know what I'm saying? You're like, okay, got it. People can screw me over, right? That's the realization. The realization is, you know, not everybody has the same good intentions, right? Or maybe people misinterpret your intentions, or whatever happens when we get into conflict, right? Miscommunication, you know, competition, jealousy, whatever. I mean, shit. I mean, it can ruin lives, okay? Just these petty disagreements, right? So think about it, okay? It's not the only potential outcome when you collaborate and connect with other people, okay? It just has been an outcome for you in the past. So you're shy now. You're, you know, not shy, but you're hesitant, you know, untrusting, right? You're like, not doing that again, right? So let's get deeper into this. What is the advice, Spirit? The advice is to open yourself up to the idea of collaborating with people and working with people again, okay? Connecting with people again, all right? Any advice, Spirit? Ooh, ooh, the Lovers. Okay. I'm just saying, the advice is to connect, okay? The advice is maybe you need to get back out there again, you know? Maybe you need to start dating again, open up again, right? Some of you, I can already tell, are cringing. You're like, I don't wanna, you know, but I'm saying, if you're single and you're you know, resonating with this reading, you've been here this whole time, okay? Consider it. Okay, maybe it's time to open back up again. Maybe it's time to start dating again. Maybe you need a lover in your life. Okay, look at that, 4 of Wands. It's like, it doesn't have to be all bad. It doesn't have to be a competition. It doesn't have to be a conflict. Look at what it can be. It can be a beautiful union of souls, a beautiful connection, happiness, joy, healing, you know, abundance, right? With the diamond. You might just find your diamond in the rough, honey. I don't know. I'm just saying. Okay, any more advice? Judgment in reverse. Wow. Release your judgment of others. Release your judgment of yourself. Wow. Huh. Release your judgments. I mean, I just feel like some of y'all may be judging yourselves and thinking that maybe, you know, you're not good enough for something, or, you know, or other people aren't good enough for you, whatever. But like, hey, I'm just saying, release those judgments. Okay, any other advice, Spirit? Close out the reading. If you guys have like the reading, please do hit the buttons. You know what I'm saying? All right. All right, Spirit. Okay. Sorry, guys. Okay. Okay. So hold on a second. We got 3 cards coming out. Just want to make sure I didn't lose any others. Wow. Okay. So look at this. We've got the Four of Cups and the Eight of Cups in reverse. So let's talk about this real quick. Okay. Because this energy is coming through as just a little bit like, a little, I don't know, like muggy, foggy, like, misty. I don't know how to explain it. It's like a little bit, a little watery, a little smoky. I don't know how to explain it. It's weird, but it's like, look, Four of Cups is all about being, look how the eye is hidden behind the cups. Okay, first off. So again, rejecting opportunities, saying no to things, pushing things away because you were emotionally distraught or emotionally unbalanced in some way. Maybe you're still grieving, you're still getting over some things. So the Four of Cups is all about like, you know, being apathetic, not interested, okay? Saying no to things, pushing things away, right? And with the Eight of Cups in reverse, it's kind of like, but the Eight of Cups is all about walking away. So maybe you're having a hard time walking away from the past because of some broken heart situations here. You're having a hard time, you have a split heart about it. Look at that. You have a split heart about it. Do you get what I'm saying? You may still be holding on to the past, guys. Whoever this reading is for, I feel like half of you is stuck in the past, half of you still wants to be in the situation that you're no longer in, and half of you hates it, right? So it's almost like you're split. And that split is causing you a lot of emotional distress because subconsciously, you're like, I really miss that person. I was really in love with that person. I wanted to be with that person, right? The other half of you is like, yeah, well, you know what? That person did X, Y, and Z. Or that person, did this thing or that thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, oh, it was better that it didn't work out anyway, right? Like all this, like you have these really negative thoughts and feelings about the past. And then you also have all these like nostalgic kind of like bittersweet type of love feelings about the past too. So you're split. It's like you have a broken heart here and you have two minds about it, basically, is the best way to say it. So you're having a hard time walking away from the past because of that, because you have these kind of mixed feelings about the past, and it's causing you to be really resistant to anything coming in your present. Okay, so the advice, baby, okay, get it together. You know what I mean? Start something new. Bring a spark of joy and life into your current present moment, right? So like stir it up. I don't know what to say. Strike the match. Strike while the iron's hot. There's like this whole energy of like action, okay? Lights, camera, action. Time to act. Time to take action. Time to do something. Time to change your energy, change your fate, change your life, whatever it is. I mean, I'm getting the energy of like playing music. If you're a musician, you need to play more music right now. You know what I'm saying? Like if you're a drummer, I'm getting for some of y'all need a drum. Some of y'all need to play sports. You need to like get out there and be active. You know, for some of you, it's exercise. It's about taking action on the things you're passionate about. It's like, this is a brand new beginning, Ace of Wands, okay? But it's about action. So I feel like this is your advice. This is your ultimate advice. Like this is gonna be the last card type of thing, all right? This is wrapping up the reading. The deal is that you can make the changes that will result in the rest of your life, right? Like, I don't know how else to explain it, is that there's some major changes happening. Your advice is to start to reconnect with people, reconnect with yourself, get out there, enjoy life, right? And start to kind of like take this healing process a little more seriously, or like time to clear the cobwebs. This is about shining a light on things. This is about bringing in that fiery passion, saying no more holding myself back, no more holding other people off, like, you know, like you're keeping the wolves at bay. You know what I mean? Because guess what? The people that you're rejecting and you're pushing away, they're not wolves, okay? Some of them could be, but you need to get a better grip on that. Like your intuition, again, we had that High Priestess in reverse earlier. So it's almost like your ability to read other people is a little skewed right now because you're a little biased because of your past experiences, right? So you're a little bit more hesitant, you're more judgmental, you know what I mean? You're more self-protective, but almost in this way that's like, again, it's blocking your blessings. So the advice is to get over it. Like, that sounds so dramatic and mean, but like I'm literally just channeling right now, and I'm very sorry if that came off rude. What I'm saying is, Spirit's like, get going. I'm hearing get off your ass. This is like really fucking like intense energy coming out now. It's almost like frustrated because I feel like spirit it's pent up. That's what it is. That's why it's coming out as aggressive, because it's pent up. You've been holding it back. So really, when you start to release this energy, it's going to be a little bit aggro, I'm getting, or you're going to be a little bit like, you know, pumped up. You're going to be really pumped, because I think you're going to be like, wow, like, this feels really good, right? You're going to be like, wow, this is exciting, you know, whatever it is that you start to engage in that you've been like holding off and like, you know, whether that's a new lover, okay, yummy, a new lover, or it could be a new hobby or getting into something that you've always loved, but you've just been not doing it. Like I said, if it's music, sports, you know, activity, whatever it is, I feel like there's something here that's going to change your fucking life. And it's all going to start with you deciding to change your mind, change your perspective, let go of the past, and move forward into the future. It's very fucking exciting. It's good energy. It's time to open your heart. I feel like, again, okay, it's time to open your life up and bring down those walls a little bit and just create a filter instead of a wall. How about that? You know what I mean? And start to, maybe you need to widen your filter a little bit. Maybe it's a little bit too tight and nobody can fit through, you know what I mean? Or maybe it's just a little bit unrealistic and you need to be less judgmental of other people in order to have connection in your life, right? This is a pretty deep message. I hope that it resonated with somebody out there, because, you know, I feel like this was a real one today. Okay, so I appreciate you all again. Thank you so much. Y'all are honestly the best. And I hope that you will consider subscribing to the channel. Make sure that you hit those buttons if you did enjoy the reading, and check out my description box. That's where you'll find a link tree to all my other socials and projects that I have going on as well outside of tarot. So if you're interested in anything else that I do, I am a secondhand and vintage clothing and decor enthusiast. So I do a lot of like thrifting and decorating and things like that. So I have a lot of videos on my main TikTok, and I also just started a online clothing shop. So if you're interested in stuff like that, it's all down in the description box. The shop launches in a couple weeks, so I'm just kind of giving some behind the scenes and kind of, you know, starting some buzz so that people can get excited before the shop launches at the end of the month. So anyway, if you're interested in that sort of thing, please do check out my description box, and yeah, I'll see you all again in the next one. Bye. If you enjoyed this video, please consider hitting the like button, dropping me a comment, subscribing if you're not subscribed, and hitting that notification bell. Thanks so much, and we'll see you again in the next one. Bye.